question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
Hey everybody, how you folks doing today? Happy Thursday evening. So I think I've got most of my internet trouble figured out. We'll see. The tech came out today was super nice, which was cool, and found the connection between my house and the line that they ran. The little connector piece was all corroded and getting rusty and stuff from being outside. So he replaced that for me, and he did say that they could replace the inside line if I need it. We're going to see how well this works to start. Oh man, where did that go? There we go. And we'll see. So hopefully it'll be a little more stable. It was pretty terrible last week and earlier this week. So we'll see. I got my fingers crossed that maybe this will take care of it. How you doing, Mark? Happy Thursday. All right. I'm so sorry. I've got so much stuff behind on the grading here. I'll be getting caught up today, tomorrow, and over the weekend. Should have everything in for you by the start of next week, which should be good. And then we'll be all caught up and can finish up the semester. It's been going a lot faster than I thought it would. Seems like that keeps happening, but it's time just seems to fly when you don't go anywhere. All right, so we've got a couple things today. We're going to talk more about graphics and effects and multimedia in JavaFX. So if you want to add actual like card images or backgrounds for your Blackjack project, we can do that here. And I did want to make sure I tell you, I talked with the morning class about it, and we decided we're going to just not do anything with the split option. So just don't worry about handling splits. If you already did, great. But if it's a little trickier to do with some of the UI, depending on how you're handling the hands and trying to show extra things in the UI and that sort of thing. So it's probably easier just not to deal with it for now. So we'll talk about graphics, effects, and media, chapter 14. Next week, we'll spend a little bit of time on design patterns, and then this shouldn't take too long here. Okay, great. Yeah, glad that makes it easier then, Mark. Depending on how you have it structured, like if you just have a list of hands, you can just add another hand to that list, and you kind of associate it with that player. But again, then like player needs to be able to have more than one hand and that sort of thing. So it depends what you're showing. Like if you're showing everyone's cards in the UI, that can be a little tricky to like, okay, now I'm going to double up and have those ones split and so on. So it's probably a little more straightforward this way. Right, so then next week, design patterns for a little while and some extra time for working on the final project. I think I've got everyone who's told me they were pairing up. I've got that list, and I created repositories if anyone needed a shared repository for their pair. And then on 4/29, we'll try and get together on Zoom. I'll post some info as we get a little closer next week for a Zoom call, and we can get on, and then we can take turns sharing screens, and you can show off your game. And it should be a lot of fun. All right. So let's take a look at the project here again. I did add the rubric. Apparently, I hadn't copied it over the morning class. So we've got the 25 points possible for this project. Come on, D2L. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, so you get 5 points just for using object-oriented design, where you have separate classes for all the game logic. And the idea is that we want the game logic to happen separately, so that you might turn this into a mobile app, or maybe it'll be a web application, or maybe a console application, because people love typing text in. Right? The game logic itself shouldn't depend on the presentation. So we want to separate that out so that we have, here's the UI, and then the buttons in the UI will go talk to the game to do things through public methods and control those functions there. Being able to have 1 to 4 players, if they're starting money and they're removed, or just grade them out or do something when they run out of money, they can't play anymore. Our game functions, hit, stand, double down, and the dealer logic. And then I said, does not have to include split. So I took that out here, updated the rubric for you here. The save and load functionality, being able to save your game and load it. If you want, you're welcome to say, hey, we can only save in between deals. Like, okay, here the hand ended. Now, do you want a new hand or do you want to save? That's okay. If you put it in so you can save at any point in time during the hands, that's even better. But again, just depending on how you want to tackle that. It shouldn't be too bad to serialize all of that, as long as we're implementing serializable in our classes. We should be able to send all that data through. But if not, that's okay. And then our separate starting scene for the new game, load game, and then the game itself. Right, so we're going to start off at one screen, like here's the welcome to our game screen, and then we'll have options. Do you want to load the game or play a new game? And then we'll launch into the actual game scene itself. So that should hopefully keep things separated well there. Okay, so you get 5 points for that. All right, any questions, other thoughts, other things that came up here on the final project before we move into tonight's activities? Here, I need to go open this one up too, because I'm following along all their examples. Come on, where'd it go? There we go. All right. Oh man, I'm out of coffee. I got my Soylent drink. This is kind of coffee based, so that ought to do. All right. So let's fire up a new project. I was testing this out last night to make sure it's all working well. It's fun. The other players, if you want to make them a bot, you can, or just like let whoever is at the mouse and keyboard control them. You could pretend to be 4 different people, or people could take turns. What do they call that? The hot seat multiplayer or something. So let's see. I'll pull this up. No, GitHub was good. GitHub 2151. There we go. This is GUI effects. Or no, graphics, right? No, it's effects, right? Yeah, I think so. It's like 1 to 4 human players. graphics. There we go. GUI graphics, and we're in the evening here. Yeah, if you had them autoplay, that's fine too. If the player's just the first one, that's okay. Don't go and change it if you already changed it. Yeah, hot seat multiplayer, just like old Civilization. Halo. Halo used to be hot seat multiplayer? How did that work? One doesn't ring any bells. All right. So we've got this here, and we're just going to go and again copy off of our other version here. We're going to grab everything from Extends application over through Start, and we'll just paste that right in. That'll make life easy for us. Oh, taking turns on the campaign. Oh yeah, because only one person had the game. Yeah, yep. So just having to share, hot seat it. I gotcha. And then we'll paste in all of our imports. Right, and then we got to add a bunch of libraries. So I'm going to right-click the project, go to Properties, go to Libraries. We're going to add the class path library for JavaFX. And then we're going to add the Run module path library for JavaFX. And then we're going to go grab this line. There we go. We're going to paste that into our Run options one more time. Properties. Run, paste that one in, and we should be good to go. So then we'll add our FXML page. Again, if you change the name, you got to change it here. If you want to leave it FXML, that's cool too, right? And not too particular. If you're doing more than one, you definitely want to have some good names though. All right, so let's add a new, oh, doesn't know where it is. Let me find it under Other. That's not even there. Okay, that's right. It forgot how to do it. So we go to Options, Tools and Options. It was just working this morning. Like, NetBeans is nuts. I don't understand how it forgets these things. The options, it reactivates. There we go. All right, and now we should be able to add a XML file. There we go, empty FXML file. All right, FXML, yes, we want a controller. And we need cascade style sheets. Again, nothing wrong with cascading style sheets. They're fantastic. You can do a lot of cool formatting stuff with it. So if you like them, great. But again, that's more the layout sort of stuff. I don't think we need to focus our time on right now. I did the previous class in 1500. They were asking about it, how to set a cascading style sheet so all of your font is Comic Sans. Comic Sans is the best font. All right, here we go. So now we got a controller, we got an FXML page. We gotta open that one up in Scene Builder. And let's see if we can get this thing moving. Maybe, did I say open? Thought I said open. Just thinking about it. Thought I was thinking about it. Did it not launch Scene Builder? Let's see, it knows where my Scene Builder is. It should be able to open it. Oh, I don't even have the make controller option. Okay, we're gonna close NetBeans and reopen NetBeans because it forgot still. We'll just close it and reopen it. Maybe. Sorta. All right, come on, NetBeans. How about a dad joke while that loads? Yeah, it was just open. All right, this one was good. What is 5Q plus 5Q? And chat, you're welcome to answer this. 5Q plus 5Q. Let me know if you can get this puzzle. Oh, you're welcome, Mark. Yeah, 10Q. You got it. You're welcome. All right, let's try this again. All right. Oh, man. All right, it's still loading. I got one other one. So you know how like there's always like a day of this is the like donut day or pirate day, or like this is awareness week for something or other, or you know whatever happened to be. I heard that Monday actually was the start of Diarrhea Awareness Week. It runs all week. All right, that one, I like that one, even though it's a little bad. Let's see if we get this to open now. Maybe. Now we got our make options. That's a good sign. I know, right? Sticks. What other ones? I had some other ones too. You ever wonder why elevator jokes are so good? It's because they work on many levels. All right, so let's get back to what we're doing. We want to work with images for fun. So we're going to look at, we don't actually add images directly. We add an image view, and the image view is you put the image inside of. So like this is like the window that you're going to look at for it. Okay? We'll grab this one, we'll drag it in, and just kind of size it up somewhere. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then I'll make another one over here. Just copy paste. See if I can drag this one over. All right, so I've got two of them. Kind of hard to see right now, but that's okay. Right, and then let's go and add a button. Okay. And then what we want to do is we want to give these a value, or it's like what they should show right now, and then we're going to change it when we click the button. So a couple ways to do that. Probably the better way is we make another package, and we call this like images. So we have an images package. Remember, packages are just folders. So if we were to go open this up in my file explorer, it's just a folder. But when everything gets packaged up in Java, it works out nicely. So GUIgraphics.evening means it's two different folders. Every time you see a dot, you see there are more folders there. Let me go to my documents, GitHub, 2151. All right, so here we are. So we're in 2151 here. And this is the list of all the projects we've done so far. So here's our GUI graphics for the evening session here. Nope, that's chapter 10. I misclicked. GUI graphics for the evening here. Okay, so inside this is our project folder. Inside of here is our source and all of our NetBeans stuff, the build and manifest files. Right, inside of source is all of this Java code. That's our source packages. So there's a folder for GUI graphics, and there's a folder for images. We just made that images package. GUI graphics has a folder called evening. Remember, dots are new folders. And here's our current code. So we're going to come to this images folder, and we're going to drop any images we want into this images source package. So I happen to have one already. What did I do with it? Let's see. Oh, I didn't put it there. It's over my other GUI graphics here. Source and images. Let's grab the card back here. I'm just gonna grab those for now. We'll come back. Okay, so GUI graphics in source and images, and I'm gonna put in the card back and the ace of spades. So in Scene Builder, we go to this image view and we tell it, I want to set the image as, and I'm going to go find that file here, my images folder, the card back. Okay, and I'm going to do the same for over here. Find that one as the card back. Okay, and notice in the gear here, it's set as the document relative path, which is what we want. Absolute paths are probably not going to work because it's like, hey, C drive, this folder, this users, this directory, not likely to work. So relative paths mean relative to where I am in the package is going to be your best bet here. Okay, so we'll set it up. So we got two nice looking card backs here. I found those earlier just doing an image search. And Bing, I think Google probably has it too, but if you search image like card back, there's some cool filters here in Bing you can use in images to say, hey, I want ones that are license type. Here we go. Free to modify, share, and use commercially. Again, we're not doing anything commercially, so we're probably fine for this fair use thing. But if you pick that one, you can see other card backs that Bing thinks at least are free to modify, share, and use commercially. We don't have to worry about any sort of licensing issues. Some of these came up really funny. There's like passport cards and things. I was really surprised, like some sample ones. Example. But, you know, we just found a card-looking one, so that was probably fine. Okay, and then I need to give these some names here because I'm going to interact with them in code. So this is my image view. I'll just call it left for now, and image view right. Okay, and then my button needs an action. I don't need an ID for it. I'm not going to name it, but I need an action here. So we'll call this like our button click. Okay, so we save all those changes, and we come back and make our controller. Now we'll see the controller, right, has all those attributes, all the fxml attributes, image view left, image view right, and it's got our button click event handler. Okay, so we're just going to run it real quick and make sure we can see the card backs, and we'll see if we can change them here in a minute. Cool, so we got some card backs. Again, the button doesn't do anything yet, but it's looking nice so far. Okay, so now what we want to do, if we want to change the image, we need to create a new image. So there's an image class, like new image, let's call it image, I guess. There's a new image, and then image, you need to tell it where it's going to go find that. So it's the Java FX scene image. There's a lot of these here. We're going to tell it where to go find it. Okay. So we need to find it. It's inside of the, what is this? This is our GUI graphics evening. Oh no, that's that package. We want, I think it's just images slash, and now what was the other image we put in there? We put in the ace of spades. Ace of spades.png. Okay, so we're going to make an image. I think that's what we did. Let me find my path here. I'm just going to shamelessly copy paste. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's fine. I think I should open up the other one. Let me open up this one here. The pathing I always get confused on it. That's the hardest part of doing images, sadly. Here we go. What do we call it? Yeah, images slash ace of spades. Okay, awesome. So I think we're good there then. Images ace of spades. Close that. And, oh, I don't need this one either then. Close. Yeah, images, so no slash there. So just images, ace of spades. Okay, and then we're going to take our image view. We'll take maybe image view left, and we'll call set image on it, and we'll hand it the new image. Let's see if that works for us. We click our button. Oh dear, it failed. Did not like it. So where is it? Somewhere in here. Invalid URL or resource not found. Didn't find it in images, ace of spades. Did I name it wrong? Capital A, ace of, oh, spaces. No, yeah, spades. That's probably better if you name it the right way. Spades instead of spaces. There we go, and now it flips. Okay. So pretty cool. Again, it's not random or anything right now, but we can add in more images and we could do some random number generating. Maybe you make an array of images or an array list of images, and you could pick a random one out by index. Right? Or we could do a lookup. Like, hey, if you tell me what the card is, I'll go get the image for it. Because we probably don't want to have 6 decks worth of images loaded up. We probably just want, if you tell me what card it is, I can go get an image for it. That's sort of maybe some sort of lookup there. We could do that sort of thing. Okay, so in images, the relative paths are going to be best for us here. So it's a relative path. So where this is running, it looks in the images directory for the ace of spades PNG and goes to find it. Okay. Yeah, spaces are spades. Sorry. You caught that much faster than I did, Chris. Yeah, ace of spades. That's what I minimized chat by mistake. So, my mistake. All right. We can set the images that way. Right, you can do some other cool stuff too. You can do image effects and some really neat things, or we can do our own drawings actually. So I'm going to add. Let me close this out, and let's go back to Scene Builder, and let's add just a pane. It's just a place we can put stuff here. Because I don't want to draw right in the anchor pane. I guess we could. I'm just going to draw right in the pane though. I'm going to make that similarly shaped No, not a grid pane. Just a pane. Didn't I grab that? Pane. No, pane. Aren't I grabbing pane? Oh, there it went. Now it changed. There. Regular pane. Oh. Thanks for coming on by, Chris. All right, so we're going to see if we can do some drawing in here. So we give it a name here. So this is our, we'll just call it a pane. And we don't need to do any event handling for that. But what we're going to do, we're going to come back to our controller and make controller, give that reference to the pane, and then we can start drawing objects. There's all sorts of cool. It loads it when you create the image, because that goes and finds the resource here. So but setting it will actually put it into the view there. Yeah, it can be a little bit slow to load stuff off disk, to load up a bunch of images, but it probably won't be that noticeable unless you're using like some really huge images that it's got to load into memory. All right, so what we can do all sorts of other cool drawing tools. So there's like a rectangle you could draw. Rectangle. There's a new rectangle. And all these are in these Java FX packages. So Java FX scene shape. Oh, do you need to change? Why do you need to change some code? Blitz, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. So we're going to take rectangle, and we're going to set the X and set the Y. So set X says this is your top left corner. So when we look at our view here, top left is 0, 0. Oh, that's fine. You can load the images for each card when the card's created. It shouldn't be a big deal. Right, so the pane now, so 0, 0 of this pane will be this top left here. Okay? And then how big is this pane? How big did we make it? We made it, here's our layout. 237, no, here we go, width and height. Okay, so our height was 167 and the width was 139. Okay. All right, so like 0, 0 should be here, and then 139, 167 should be down here. So top left is 0, 0, bottom right is the max. So it's not like math where 0, 0 is in the bottom left. We just don't do stuff like that. And sometimes it's confusing. But so 0 is going to be the top left of wherever we put this, and set Y is 0 wherever we put it. And then we can set the width. So rectangle set width, we'll say maybe, let's do 100 here. And a rectangle set height, let's do maybe 175 or so. Let's see how well that works. Now what we need to do, we need to draw this inside of that pane. So to do that, remember, anything that's a container has a list of children. So pane has this get children. We'll get the list of children. And if we put something there, once we get that list, we can add to it, and we can add anything that's a node. Turns out all these shapes are nodes. We can add the rectangle to it. And we add the rectangle, and it should draw itself in that location when we click our button. Look at that. So we now have a big, fat, ugly rectangle. Not too bad. So the fill color is a little bit off. So we want to change that fill color. So we're going to call set fill. And now there's this color library, which is all sorts of colors here in scene paint color. One of them happens to be transparent. So we can set the fill as transparent. So that way we don't get the solid black fill. So black's the default for the solid fill. And now we get, oh, we don't see anything. It's transparent. So what we need to do, we need to set the outer color. So that's called the stroke color. So it's rectangle.set stroke. And we give it a color. And what color should we set that one to? Color dot. Got all sorts of options here. We have dark slate gray. Ooh, gray spelled both ways with an A or an E. Blue, okay, we can do blue. Do you have a favorite kind of blue? We've got blue violet, we have cadet blue, we have cornflower blue, we have dark blue, we have dark slate blue, we have deep sky blue, Dodger blue, light sky blue. Dodger blue it is, you got it. Let's give that a try. So we're going to set the stroke is essentially the outline here. Click our button. Now we get a nice little blue rectangle with a transparent fill. Cool. So now let's see if we can draw some shapes inside of it here. Right. Let's put some other ones. So let's do another rectangle. So we'll call this a rectangle diamond 1 equals a new rectangle. And rectangle, now you can give it an x and a y. So let's do like 20, 20, and what else did you give it? X, y, and... Oh, come on. Help me out here. What am I missing? X, y, 20, 20. Man, come on, rectangle. Rectangle. I want my type of heads. Give me my suggestions. No, that's not a good suggestion. I think it's the color. Try red. I think we can give it that. Yeah. Okay, so it's got a constructor that takes x, y, and a color. And then let's add, so paint.getChildren, dot add, and let's add the diamond. But, you know, we don't want it perfectly right there. So we want it to rhyme, and we want to set angle. No, set rotate. So let's rotate it 45 degrees. So let's make a rectangle and rotate it so it looks a little prettier. See if we can get that to show up. Uh-oh. Not quite where we wanted it. Oh, that's right. So that's height and width. So that's right. So we need to also now set x and set y. So diamond 1 dot set x. So let's move this. Let's offset it a little bit here. We'll set x and y to offset a little bit here. X and y. Let's see if we can put that in the corner there. And then rotate it. There we go. Sure, we got one. Should we do a couple? All right, we can do a couple. Now, we could copy paste, and that's all right. We're not going to feel too bad about it, right? So let's put this one, maybe, I'll call this one diamond 2, put it at, how about down at like 160 for the Y, right? This is 175, or not, maybe 150. And let's center this a little bit better. Let's maybe put this at, say, 90. Should center it a little bit better. I know 100 is the center, but I know it's like 20 wide. So I don't want it to start at 100, because then it won't be perfectly centered. Now let's add diamond 2. Is it the size? You're right. Nope, you're right. Yep. Oh, goodness. 20 and 20. Yep. Change the wrong things there. 20 and 20. Yeah, these ones here. Set x, 90, y. So this is 90 for x. And what do we say? Like 160 or something? Or 150? I forget. Let's try and see. Thanks, Sticks. Appreciate you looking out for me. So if you don't like drawing images, right, or using image files, we can draw our own. Oh, dear. I copy-pasted wrong. If you set them all on diamond 1, nothing changes on diamond 2, by the way. Just that's a pro tip there. See? Okay. This is diamond 1 stuff, this is diamond 2 stuff. Now we should have done it inside of some sort of loop. Now I'm feeling bad. Let's see if we can draw it here. Oh, 90 was way too much for the x there then. What happened there? Oh yeah, the whole x is width is 100. What am I thinking? So like probably 40, right? For the x. 40. And just kind of just hit or miss, kind of dragging these around and seeing what we can do here. This is drawing them in code. That's not too bad. We might want to move that y up a little bit. It's a little bit low. So maybe like 140. Now, if you think this is tedious, it's true. We could just come in here and look up rectangle. We could drag our own rectangle in, put it in the pane, right? And then do all of our sizing here. We could do it that way. But it's a little harder to make this thing change. Right, I could put one in here, and then I could set a rotation. I could rotate it 45, right? We could change the color of it, the X and the Y, right? I made it 20 by 20. Oops. 20 by 20, right? We could do that sort of thing. We can set all of that here if we wanted, but it's harder to do it dynamically on demand. So that is why I do appreciate Mr. Gaddis, all of his examples for all of the components he does programmatically in code rather than using Scene Builder. But not everything really is. It does work. You can always make it work, but some things it's just easier to just use Scene Builder. Just drag the stuff in. You're not going to be changing it on the fly. You're just going to drag the stuff in. So I prefer Scene Builder myself. But you have those kind of options. So we can put rectangles in there. And then other cool things you can do, you can add text. You can say text equals new text. And let's put this one, say, where's our constructor? JavaFX scene. So make sure when you click these imports, make sure you're picking the JavaFX ones, because there are lots of other ones you can use. I think we give it an X and a Y. So let's say maybe 80, 70, and 20 maybe. And then it should say, I don't know, 2. I think that works. And then we can add the text here. Text. And maybe we want to set this color, right? So we're going to set color, or set font. No. Color. I think it's set font. No. Set fill. All right, hang on. It's in here. Don't worry. It is in the book. All the references there. We can find it. Text. Oh, set. Oh yeah, set stroke. Okay, so same as our rectangle. You set stroke. That's what I thought. Set stroke. The typepad's terrible sometimes. Like, you don't get all of them all the time. So we'll do color dot. How about red? Right? Because we're diamonds. And I'll add the text at 7020, the number 2. Oh, okay, could have gone over a little more. How about 80 then? And maybe we want to make it a little bit bigger. So we'll do text dot set font. And now font is funny. You have to give it a new font. Comic Sans, the best font ever. Sans. And how about a size? How about, I don't know, we'll go 20. See if size 20 is decent. Uh-oh, I broke it. What does it not like? Oh, can't find font. Yes, import font, please. Import JavaFX scene text font. There we go. Yeah, now it likes it. Give that a run. There, that's not too bad there. Yeah, so we can either programmatically draw a card ourselves, right? Or we could just find an image, whichever way you prefer. So I think there's a way to do rounded edges too with that rectangle. And if you're not sure, just Google it. Just JavaFX rounded rectangle. And we can probably find a hit in here. JavaFX 2D shape, rounded rectangle. How about that? Is that a different kind of rectangle? Rectangle with arced edges. Ah, there we go. Oh, so there's an arc width and an arc height you can set. Okay, so let's set the arc width and arc height of a rectangle. See if that kind of makes it a little prettier for us. Rectangle. Set arc width. And I don't know, let's just try like 5. And rectangle dot set arc height. Let's try 5. That kind of smooths out the edges, makes it look more card-like, right? Because an actual card is a little bit rounded. We don't have pointy square cards unless you're playing. There's some card game that had super pointy cards. I'm trying to remember what it was now. The rounded ones. I'm trying to so slow. NetBeans is not keeping up with us tonight, unfortunately. Hey, Blowfish, thanks for coming on by. Friend of graphic objects named like metric structs. Yeah, geometry is fun, right? Fun stuff. Yeah, you could definitely use PNGs instead of drawing your own, because it gets a little interesting when you like repeat the pattern a bunch of times. You know, does that look rounded? It's kind of hard to tell, but I feel like it looks a little bit rounded. Should we do a little more? Maybe let's go like 10 and 10. Let's see what we get here. My audio's cutting in and out. Oh, man. Oh, my bitrate's terrible again. What is going on? They replaced that part. Let's check out Twitch, Twitch Inspector. I'm sorry, folks. Oh, boy. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Or maybe just because I was laggy. Because NetBeans was going crazy here. Ooh, that looks much better. No, it says we're pretty stable. Maybe it's just my computer's being slow. All right, just a little bit of blips there. on the FPS. No, that's kilobits per second. That's the broadcast speed, not the frames. So frames have been steady. Yeah, now some nice rounded edges there, look pretty decent. Okay, now drawing your own spade is probably a little trickier, right? Because that is a little harder. But we could do it, right? It's only a couple shapes there. No, we're not going to do it right now. But like it's a triangle up there, and it's got these like two little rounded half circles we could put in. I'm sure we could figure out if we wanted to. And we could even do it in Scene Builder, right? Watch, let's build a, do we have a triangle? No, we have a line. No, we have a polygon, right? We want to do a polygon. Draw a polygon. Draw, it even gives me a triangle polygon. So sure, that's not too bad for the first one. We just want to make it a little smaller here, right? Let's shrink that down a little bit here. Look at this. This is graphics editing at its finest. So there's the little stand part right there. And then we need another triangle, the other direction, right, for the elevator, right? And then just need some rounded circles. Actually, I want to make that a little bit, move that up a little bit more. Let's grab some arcs here. We want arcs. And then arcs are fun. You can do good stuff with these. We're going to shrink it in. And then we're going to give it a good little rotate. Where's my rotate here? Rotate, say, like 45. No, that. No, not 45. No, not enough. Keep on going. There we go. Oh. Right, and we got to shrink this guy down a little more. That kind of what goes off like this corner, like that, right? Kind of rounds it out a little bit there. How about that? And then I'll just copy paste that, and I'll do the rotate the other way. All right, and we'll throw this over on this side. Look at that. Spade. That's not too bad, right? I mean, all things considered, if you were to try and draw your own spade, come on, you got to admit you're a little bit impressed, right? We widen that out maybe a little bit there. I had never tried this to this point. This is total freehand improv. I'm here to impress you folks with my spade. That's not too bad, right? Not too bad. So, okay, we just got to change it now, right? So now we need to change the colors. Oh man, where's way too many properties here. Properties. Dodger blue. We want this to be red, right? So straight red there. And we'll make this one red. Oh goodness. Red. There. Okay. That's what we wanted. All that way. FF00000. Make this one red. There we go. And make this one red. Oh man, this drag and drop stuff is fantastic. Yeah, we got to change the stroke too. If you squint. Hey, I mean, I'm probably the least artistic person you know. All right, so then have stroke be red as well. Red. Stroke is red. Yeah, okay, and just drag it to the top. Look at that. Stroke is red. No, you're fine. You're fine. I totally accept. And make that one red. Okay, it's a little bit lopsided. Maybe over a little bit. But you get the idea, right? We could adjust it a little bit here. And make this pretty close with just some shapes. I mean, if you saw that, you'd think spade. Oh, spades are black, not red. What am I doing? Why did I make those all? I'm going to shift click all of them here, and we'll change them all to black. That's it. There we go. I want all again. We don't change the back to black. Yeah, there. There's a spade. Right? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay, so And if you're not sure how to do that programmatically, then, well, we could copy it. Let's just go over to our, let's give that a save. Go to our XML document here, and we can go steal these. You go take all their X, Y, take their points, take their stroke. Essentially, it's just a polygon, and it's set layout X, set layout Y, set X, set Y. Points, adds all the points in here, right through, and Steamboat just generates this for us versus us doing it by hand. Okay. We got a nice full card. Is it lagging again? Is it just me? Yeah, man. Alright, I'm trying to do some CIS here. Let me try closing some things down. Like even Task Manager won't open. Oh my goodness. Close some these down. Save the bandwidth. Alright, what do we got? It's like just OBS working, and that's only using so much of my CPU. That means that one stopped. It's the stream manager is just super slow to have open on my computer. It's really sad. I should just throw it up on the other laptop here. I can do that later. Maybe a break, I'll grab the other laptop. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. They did say they could replace the whole line that runs into my house, but we're trying not to have any in right now if we can help it. All right. All right, cool. So some images, some graphics, right? We can do things like that. That's kind of fun. Building in our own. Some other cool effects you can do, which I think are really fun. You can do these. Oh, I closed that. That was not using any resources. Downloads. I'm shamelessly copying out of the book here because he's got some decent examples. There. Let's go. Oh, and while this is loading here, don't forget the Summer Momentum Scholarship. Deadline is coming up soon. I should remind you folks. So Oakland, CC, Summer Momentum. There we go. The deadline is next week sometime, 2 weeks, week and a half. The 23rd. Yes, so next week. So if you are interested, if you were taking classes here in the fall and the winter, and you took 18 to 23, they'll pay for 3 credits plus your student support fee. It's $100 savings right there, right? If you took 24 more credits, so 12 and 12, if you're a full-time or more, they'll pay for up to 6 credits in the summer for you to take classes. It's just amazing. So do consider applying for that. We're definitely looking to help students over the summer continue on and gain a little momentum on their degree program there, which is a little silly. Like all of our degrees are a minimum of 62 credits. So unless you're doing 15 or more each semester, which is above full-time, you can't do it in just fall, winter, 2 years. So we've got all these like planning documents that say, okay, well, let's plan for a summer semester anyway. But there's that, and then there is registration is still going for some other classes. Oh, that's stupid, Sticks. I'm sorry. So, like, as soon as you register for one, it block you from the other? I might call registration about that. They could likely fix that sort of thing. I don't know all the details there. I'm sorry. I'm not super familiar with the system and all the ins and outs of it. Yeah, I do have room in some classes still. No, not the roster. Not the roster. No, not that button. Man. The search for sections. That's what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, that's like there's like certain registration periods that they want. I forget payments are due by, but that seems crazy. They would let you like finish registering for stuff. Yep. So we got a couple courses over the summer you might be interested in. 2454 for sure. The web system development, PHP and Java, Java servlets and JSP. I'll be doing that one. Similar format, same night, so I'll see you folks there as well. I'll probably aim for about 2 hours again or so, lectures, and then some practice time. Again, it's meant to be a lab style course where we have computers to play on, so that's rough. If you haven't taken data structures yet, I'm teaching that one over the summer as well. C++ you could take with Dr. Baugh, who's fantastic. Everyone loves him. He's a super great guy, super smart as well. And hopefully you're not going to take this again with me. You'll be really bored. Awesome, Mark. I'll see you there then. Yeah, anything else? Nothing full yet. Computer forensics is almost full, looks like. Oh, Intro to Linux and Unix administration is getting full. There's a wait list, although open seats. That's confusing. So that's pretty cool. Oh, one wait for the 1500 course. Oh, man. Wow, we got a couple open there. Okay, but we got a bunch of seats open for Jane's course here, Miss Tucker. So that's good. You got some more room there. Very cool. Anyway, I'm digressing. Just while this stuff is loading. And hopefully we're stabilized a bit here. All right. So we drew some images, some other image effects. That's what I was doing. Some other really cool things you can do. The FX library is really fun. Like if you are interested in doing fun things, you do some cool stuff. So let's see, where is it here? Yeah, aside from just drawing stuff, drawing's kind of boring, but oh, animations. You can do a lot of cool animations. I don't spend a lot of time on it. It's probably a little more than we need right now to worry about some animations. But there's some really cool ones you can do. So if you get the game done and you're bored and you want to make this even prettier and fancier, you could like animate flipping cards or cards turning over or fading in and out and those sort of fun things. Like when you bet, you could animate chips showing up and any sort of fun things that are like these nice touches you can do in FX, which is fun. So there's a whole big section on animation. We're not going to get into those right now. We want to focus on more of the stuff just to get the job done, but you can do some fun things with that. Other than that, where's the effects? I want my effects. There we go. There we go. The color adjust. So we can create a color adjust effect. Color adjust. Sure, why not? Equals a new color adjust. And you can set all sorts of hue, saturation, brightness, and contrast properties on these. So color adjust. Oops, we need to import it here first. JavaFX scene effect. Here we go. Color adjust dot. These are the things we can do. Contrast, hue, saturation to change the image here. So let's set the hue maybe. Let's go, I don't know, like 0.5 on that. And we'll do color adjust. Set contrast. I mean, we'll change the contrast by a little bit here. 0.2. I don't actually know what all these numbers do. They're fun to play with. Color adjust. Dot set. You can set the brightness. Lowercase color adjust. Yeah, color adjust. Oh, I'm totally spelling all these wrong here. Look at that. They're all spelled wrong. Color adjust. Man. I'd like to say I'm just typing too fast, but I'm just, it's one of those days. We'll set the brightness. Maybe we'll take the brightness down a notch, like 0.5. Kind of dim it a little bit. And then what you do is you set the effect on the image view. So we set the image, and then we take our image view. Here, let's do this. We'll take our image view right, and we'll compare them. Right. We'll set the image as the same image. That image is the image. And then we'll take the image view right, and we'll call the set effect here. And we'll give it the color adjust effect that we just made. Okay, let's see what that looks like then. I do need more coffee sticks. I am not wired enough that I am caffeine deprived. I will go get some at break, promise, and I'll come back fresh and ready and excited. There we go. All right, so turning the brightness down, cool. Not a lot of colors to change there though, with like the hue and contrast, but you know, that's fun. All right, I think what would be fun. Let's play with this when we come back from break. We will try and play with this little color adjust and try and build out some sliders and see if we can make the sliders control these hue, contrast, brightness, and saturation. So see if we can take an image, load it up, and play with the color adjusting on it. I think that might be fun. What do you think? We can play with some images and see what that does. I think that might be cool. You can add shadows and things. Those are kind of cool too. You can glow. You can create blurs. There's a sepia, a reflection is cool that you can create. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff we can play with. So I'm pretty excited. We'll take a look at some of those after break. Maybe not quite as practical for the project beyond the images and drawing that we did, but we'll have some fun with those. Okay. All right. So why don't we take a couple minutes on break? And I couldn't get the. Let's do Spotify. Let's see. You might get some Spotify ads, but I think we can find the NCS stuff on Spotify. Let's see. I think I can find it all here. I think they have a link to their list. Still right down cool. They have some good stuff. The what was JP the Silence was fun, but like I've done the same tracks for a while now. The library. The CIS has been a while. I was trying to use Spotify before for it. Let's log in. No, I think it's over here. Let me give it a shot. Come on, Spotify. Come on. Nothing? Really? It's gonna be like that? Got nothing from Spotify. Oh, it's loading. It's loading now. It's probably updating itself behind the scenes. Come on. There it goes. Here we go. The NCS gaming music playlist. I think I saved that one a while ago. Let's see if that'll load for us. Yeah, 2021. I like it. Let's see if we can get this one. Why is it so slow? Come on, Spotify. Work with me, computer. Close NetBeans, maybe. Is NetBeans the hog? It's probably just OBS, but that's okay. Oh my goodness. Still, like, it's got nothing. Got 20% CPU just for Spotify? Should not be hogging that much. Let's try it. All right, folks. We'll come back in 10 minutes. Take a quick break. And we'll go from there. Put us at 7:09. All right, see you in a minute.
There are new forms of the coronavirus, just what we needed, right?
Yeah. So we wondered, are we doing enough to protect ourselves and our son?
Turns out we are. Because things like well-fitted masks, 6 feet of space, avoiding crowds.
All of that still works. And getting vaccinated, when it's our turn.
COVID may not be letting up.
But neither are we.
We can do this. Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Spilled your drink? Bounty picks up spills quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent so you can use less than the leading value brand. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
More than a photographer, you're a biographer writing the rules. This is your school of shadows of shutter. Every thought you utter is how you get into it with the XPS. Get into your universe at Dell.com/XPS. Verified for exceptional experiences with Intel Evo platform.
Inspired by State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
It's so cheap, yeah, got a great rate on the down low, 'cause Jake isn't your average Joe.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane, it's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
Hey folks, how's it going? All right. Hey, we heard Throne earlier. That's funny. All right. So that worked out decently. I was getting Spotify ads before, so I got turned off on using Spotify for it, but maybe we'll go back to that. Who knows? I'm too cheap to pay for premium. Is that wrong? All right. So. Talking about the cards. Yeah. Let's see. Who invented symbols into playing cards? Club. Doesn't look like a club. I don't know what the club is. Yeah, preloading images. Yeah, you could load them all up once and then just reference them from there for sure. That could definitely work. All right, let's fire up NetBeans here again and see if we can have some fun. We were going to play with some of the color effects because they're fun, right? Why not? We need to find a cool image too that we can play with. Let's look up some copyright free art. 3 of clubs is the magician's favorite card. I didn't know that. Is that a joke, Blowfish, or is it just a thing? License. I'll just look up art. Whoa. That one looks like it could be fun. This might be fun. That one looks trippy. Alright, so we'll save the image. Wow, this guy's got a bunch of stuff or something. Neat. I think it's just my computer. 100% CPU is a peg? Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'm gonna take chat off of the stream manager here because Edge is terrible. Okay. Give me a second. I'll be back on chat on my phone here. I forgot to grab the other laptop. I'm dumb. I was busy taking care of the little guy. That should free up some resources here. Oh, it was probably 100% because I was loading NetBeans too, but that's okay. We'll give that a minute. All right, I think I'm back in chat here. Yeah, there we go. I'm back. So I got chat on my phone. I think we can make that work. All right, so we were going to play around with this coloring here, right? So let's come back to our FXML. Open this guy up. We need a hue, a saturation, a brightness, and a contrast. Those of you who are into or know anything about images or photography, whatever, I'm sure that has meaning for something. Oh, we could have done with the card back. The card back's interesting looking, but let's just do it with the card back. Maybe we can play with that one. Okay. So before we click our button, then we'll add a couple sliders. So let's add some sliders here. And let's look this up. This is the color adjust. Right, color adjust. Yeah, cancel. We'll just look up color adjust. Color adjust. We're going to see what those ranges should be here. Okay. For our purposes, no, I don't really care. It's probably a good idea if you're going to do anything in the real world, but just for class, no. Feel free to steal them from online. I'm relatively sure we're covered under fair use for that because it's just an academic exercise. We're not making any profit off of it. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. Yes, hue. Okay, so +1, -1. Saturation +1, -1. Brightness +1, -1. Contrast +1, -1. Okay, there we go. So we need from 1 to 1 for all of these sliders. Easy peasy. Slider. So we'll drag a couple sliders in. And so we want minimum is -1, max is +1. And we want to go like maybe 0.1 for our increments. And show some tick marks. Major tick marks are 0.1. Let's just not have any minor tick marks here. And we want to snap the ticks. What's our show labels? Show tick labels. There we go. Okay, we gotta make it a little bit bigger here then. Yeah, that ought to do, right? Cool. That ought to do there. Oh, that's a little large, isn't it? Yeah, let's not snap to ticks, and we'll do like 0.25 maybe. That fit a little better? Okay, I think that fits a little bit better. It's not too bad. Sure. Oh, I gotta move this over. That's okay. Drag it over there. All right, so we're gonna do one for hue. I'm just gonna copy paste all these in here. 2, 3, and bring this whole window down a little bit more. We'll do one more. 4. Okay, now we need some labels to label these things, right? So this one will be for hue, and then one for saturation. Saturation. And another one for brightness. And then another one for contrast. There we go. Okay. Now what we can do on our sliders here, then let's set them all to use the same handler. So we want on, drag, right? And we need them all to have labels. This is our hue slider. This is our saturation slider, because we can get all the values. Saturation slider. This will be the brightness slider. This will be the contrast slider. Okay. And when they change, what did we do for these? Remember, we used a slider. We had to do a particular event, didn't we? Is it on? What do we do for those sliders now? Let's see. I know we did this before. GitHub just got their dark mode. I'm so excited. Finally looks so pretty. Yeah, the slider, right? Let's see. We did... What was our... What's up? I don't know. Mommy had it. Can you ask her? Let's see. Our slider. What was our method for slider? We had to add the value property. That's what we had to do on our slider. So we couldn't do one of those events. We had to add a listener when the value changed. That was the problem, because it wasn't working correctly otherwise. Because we don't want when drag detected or drag, I guess we could do when drag done, but we want it to happen all the time. And these were only working when we were like, when it started. So we'll go back and we'll go and then make our controller here. And in the controller, we should have a bunch of sliders now. Yep. Nope. Did I not save? I must not have saved. Save. Save. Okay, now I saved. We can make our controller. Okay, there we go. Now we got our sliders. So what we want to do then, when we initialize, we're going to set all of these up to have a particular listener. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a method here for, I don't know what, apply color adjust. Okay, and what that can do is it can do this color adjust here. There we go. I like it. And we'll set it just on the right one here. Okay, so I'm going to take all this out, so this color adjust on the right. Okay, we'll leave all that there for the button click. But now we don't want to set the hue to this. We want to set the hue to our hue slider dot get value. Right, and the contrast slider dot get value. And the brightness slider brightness slider. Oh, come on. Brightness slider. Dot get value. And then our saturation slider. So color adjust. Saturation. Set saturation to the saturation slider. Get value. So we'll hook all those up so that when we call this method, we'll do it. And so what we want to do is we want to apply that listener here to all of these. So hue slider dot It's where we shamelessly copy paste value property dot set listener. Right? Add listener. And then we can give it, what do we want to do for the listener? We want observable, old value, new value, call this method here. We'll just copy paste that in, right? Why not? We want to apply color adjust here. Give that a little format. All right, that's a little bit long there. Maybe we can drag that down and format it better. Okay, that's a little better. And we're going to do this for each of those sliders. Okay, so for the hue slider, the saturation slider, the brightness slider, and the contrast slider. We're going to use the same listener. So anytime any of their values change, we're going to call apply color adjust. See if we can get that to slide for us. And hopefully we'll be able to see what happens to the image there then. Right, so changing the hue. Wow, that's neat. I have no idea what hue even is, but that's cool. Right, saturation. Oh, cool. It's like all black and white versus like ultra bright. Brightness. Oh, it's all the way white or all the way black. All right, so brightness, yeah, that's a funny one to set. And contrast. Oh, there's nothing there now. Maybe up the contrast, decrease the brightness, update the saturation, reduce the hue. Look at that. We made some fun little sliders. Right? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're still playing with the one on the right, but we don't have the original. Well, that was kind of fun. You can play with those. What do you think? Is that interesting? Brightness is not as fun. Gotta have more contrast. Wow. Be cool to have a loop that makes the saturation constantly change. We could do that, like just kind of cycle through, like going from high to low. Just looping through. Yeah, you wanna play with saturation? We can do that. So yeah. Let's do that. It's a fun idea, Mark. We're just having fun tonight. This is good. All right, so in our controller then, what do we want to do? We want to change the saturation then. Just the saturation? Oh, hue? Okay, hue. We can change the hue. So we want to kick off a timer then. So let's see. Let's just Google it. I'm sure that we can find some Java setup action run every 1 second. Sure, we can find something to copy off of. That's Android. Timer, new timer. Run. Sure. I bet we have something similar to that, right? I don't think we need all the UI thread stuff though, do we? All right, we'll put it in here. So Java FX. Time refreshing every second. Oh. That's a timeline and a keyframe. Animate indefinitely. That's some of the cool animation stuff you could do. Let's see. Maybe we could do that. What's up? Yeah. We need. All right, hang on. This one. Right, you want to journey? We didn't change it yet. Right?
Oops. Okay.
Try that.
You said welcome and then I said I can't use that credential.
Oh, yeah, let's try it. Let's close it.
I'm not sure I'm
I think we put the numbers in, did we? For this one?
Mhm.
Oh, we did for this one, didn't we? All right. Sorry, we're doing some technical support here.
Hello.
Hey, Blowfish says hi.
Mhm.
Mark says hi. Come on, log in.
I can't really see us, but
No, I had to turn off the view here. You can see us here. There, you're right there. All right, come on. Why is it stuck?
sorry, just logging into Zoom to read with my grandparent.
Is that gonna do it? Maybe. Maybe. That's it. We'll get it going. Usernames and passwords are hard.
Well,
Maybe.
why do you have a lot of screens?
This is the preview of what shows online. I didn't like that one. All right, hang on. I'll just log in as me. Okay, just do it as me, okay? I'll figure out your account later.
Yeah, but it used to say Germ Dog.
Okay, then maybe that's what I did wrong. We'll fix it after, okay? All right. So we wanted to set up a timer here, right? A little animation, keyframe, event. I think we could do something like that. Maybe. Let's see. It's a version with timeline. Yeah, let's just do the timer here. Let's try this one. This version might work. So we want to do that after everything's initialized, right? We want to set up that timer. Oh, copy paste is broken again. My NetBeans is the worst. I have to like relaunch NetBeans to get it to open and close. Like the clipboard breaks on it. It's terrible. A lot of patterns underneath, having difficulties to name them. Observer, listener, subscribed, effect, control, post effects. Yeah, most of the patterns here in FX are the observable pattern. That's when we look at this like add children. That's happening here. That's an observable list. So that as it changes, we can respond to it. It's got some really cool patterns. We'll get into design patterns a little bit next week. And maybe talk more about why some of this stuff works the way that it does. Let's see. Right, this get children here. So if you look at the pane, get children, it's an observable list here, which means that as the list changes, we're going to get notified. So we can draw in as you add children. It's pretty cool with the effects. All right, anyway, we wanted to try and see, can we do this little timer thing? There we go. So that's a thread. We don't need the date format here. All right, not a breakpoint there. Thread, new thread. We don't need a string time. And maybe run later? Do we can, what do we want to do here? Apply, color adjust. We don't want to do it off the slider values though, do we? We want to do it, you said you want to just change the hue. So let's do that. Let's set up maybe a double. The hue starts off at 0. And we'll take the hue. Here we go, need platform. It's called update hue. Yeah, just update hue. We'll add a method for that. Private void update hue. Hue plus equals point. What do you want to do? Like 0.02 maybe? Every second. Let's do this like every twice a second. Maybe we'll update by 0.1. And then if hue is greater than 1, we'll reset it back down to hue equals -1. Well, that should be a double, shouldn't it? Yeah, it is a double. Okay, good. Let's keep on adding it here. And then we will make this color adjust here with the hue. and apply it. See if we can get that to work. So this might work for us. So this sets up a thread to run, and it's just going to run indefinitely, trying to update hue. Not sure we need this run later. Maybe we do. The threads are difficult. Threads are fun. Okay. Let's see. It is. Look at that. Okay, so we want to do a little more subtly then, right? So let me close that. So let's go maybe let's do 10 times a second, but let's update by 0.01. Okay, let's give that a shot. This was fun. I like this. This was a good idea. Stop that. Oh, it didn't stop. Shoot. That's right, because our thread here never stopped. Yeah. Start the thread and it's okay. Oh, we stole it. Where did we steal this from? I should cite my source. My apologies. I'm setting a terrible example there. There we go. Cited our source. Okay. So we're going to try this. We're going to adjust the hue without the slider here. 10 times a second, it should be changing subtly. Kind of looping around. Oh man, that's kind of trippy. That's cool. And we should still be able to change it manually with the slider here, but then it's going to just keep on going, right? Oh, so the slider should change hue then. So let's do that. So the slider should also change hue. So we're going to set hue to this one here. Here we go. So we'll say hue equals slider get value. And then, yeah, then, okay, good. All right, that's fine. Yeah, it didn't stop. So closing the Java FX window didn't end this. We need to hook that up better to end. So I should be able to do the slider then, and it should be changing. Or we could change the slider too, right? We could change the slider value. There, let's just do that. We'll just change the slider value. That's even easier. So forget that. So we're going to set the slider value. So slider, hue slider, dot set value to hue. And that'll trigger that same color adjust for us, and then the slider should move nicely. Yeah, rainbow cards. Hey, look at that. Yeah, you can see the hue slider sliding on us now with a little behind the scenes. It should reset. There we go. Just have that for all your cards. That'd be so trippy. Like, hey, make your choice, and the dealer's back card just keeps on changing on you. That's cool. Mark, you get like 1,000 bonus points for that cool idea. This is so fun. I will say, I think that's cooler than my spade made out of triangles and arcs. All right. So if we want to end that then, so how do we hook into the Java FX? FX, no. Close, end program, or something like that. We want it to end properly, because it's not. Here we go. And the last stage is closed. The stop method is called, so we need stop, platform exit. Primary stage, set on close, platform exit. System exit 0. Can try that. We'll put this code in our code here. And, oops, nope. Set close. Oh, no. It's just stage there then, right? Stage. So we can do that. FX event handler, FX window event, and platform. Okay, and we shamelessly copy pasted this from here. Stack Overflow. Oh, my copy paste is broken again. My goodness. That is ridiculous, NetBeans. NetBeans, you're the worst. You're the worst. Nope, nothing. I have to type this in by hand now. I'm feeling really bad. Okay. Stack Overflow. Overflow.com. I don't want to type that all in. Stack Overflow. What's the title? How to close a JavaFX application on window close. There. That's easier for me to type there, and I've still cited my source. It's just not super handy. Does right-click work? No, like right-click and paste. I still get stage. Like it's like it works out here, so it's just something with NetBeans. That pastes here, so I've got it in the clipboard, but the clipboard just doesn't work in NetBeans. All right, let's Google that now. NetBeans. NetBeans can't use clipboard. Problems with NetBeans clipboard. It's auto hotkey. That's weird. Posture check, a hydration, a stretch, and a hat. Oh my goodness, friends. Friends. Whew. All right. Oh, thank you so much. A stretch. We got my little back support here. You know, I'm actually really hoping to, like, when we go back in person, to keep these sort of nonsensical interruptions, because sometimes you just got to take a break, and I think that's okay, right? Yeah, I don't know, Sticks. It's something. NetBeans is stupid, I guess. I don't know. Clipboard doesn't paste in NetBeans. Look. It's not just me. It's not just me. And a hat. All right, I've got Mickey Mouse, chest bra. You pick there, Mark. Hat for you. Another hydration. Yeah, let's fill up on some Soylent here. Compatibility and Alfred's appearance. Java has its own clipboard, synchronizes the native clipboard. Options. Compatibility mode. Options. Compatibility. Is there anything searching there? Nothing? Compatibility. Mickey Mouse, you got it. Yeah, water, stretching, posture, they're all very important. You're right. Very important things. For sure. I lost my options. I'm going to blame NetBeans because it's just being dumb right now. Compatibility. Maybe I just need to update it. Nothing. Clipboard. Nothing. All right, I'm fine. Close enough, right? Let's see if this works now. Right, so we're going to set our close request to, here's our how we handle this window event. And close, and it finishes. Nice. Okay, so this was good. So if we're starting up other threads, it's really important to end them. Right? Multi-threading is really hard. Really hard. Just a lot of complexities that go into it, which is fun. You can do a lot of cool things with multi-threading, but use a lambda expression instead. Look at that. Took out a bunch of code. Amazing. With our little lambda. And it closes. All right. Awesome. So I think we covered most of what we wanted to do here. Let's see. Let's try this one here for fun. Let's add in now a reflection here. Let's see if we can reflect this. Don't know if we can or not. We'll try it. So, where do we want to do it here? How about we reflect? Let's just add it in initialize, right? We'll add it in here. Let's add a reflection. Reflection equals new reflection. New reflection. Ooh, what did we get here? New reflection. Double, 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 double. Oh, the Java doc. It's missing. The SDK. That's okay. That's all right. We'll just try it, a plain reflection, see what we get. And we're going to add a reflection then. Let's take our image view right, and let's set effect. Let's add the reflection effect. See what we get here. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, it's not even showing anything. That's a shame. No, apparently it's not usually something covered in Java 2, which I thought it used to be, but it's not. There's talks of getting it added back in, which is nice. So not this summer, but come this fall, we're going to switch to a new textbook for 1500 and 2151, and that textbook then includes stuff on threading, because if I recall correctly, the Gaddis book does not. Gaddis, what is it? Intro, programming, Java, I forget. He's got his page here. We can look. Pearson, UK. I don't want that one. Yeah, this one. From Control. Yeah, Pearson, Gaddis, this one. It's got the peach on the cover, right? The global edition. Why did you take me to UK again? Okay, that's not what we wanted here. Wow, they're global edition so much prettier too. They don't have fruit. Pearson, Gaddis, Java, US. There we go. Probably this one, right? One of the two. We'll see which link we get. Yeah, it's definitely manageable. 5th edition? No, we want... Where do I find... That's previous is not 6th. That's... No. We're on 7th already. 7th. There we go. What a wonderful website. Thank you, Pearson. Yeah, we're going to be getting rid of the Gaddis book because $160 for a textbook, I think, is outrageous. It's a great book. Mr. Gaddis does a wonderful job, but we're going to use a cheaper book because it's ridiculous. And we'll still use it for 1500 and 2151. All right, here we go. Anyway, what did we want to find in here? We wanted contents. There. Yeah, nothing about threading in here at all. That was the whole thing. That's what we were looking for. So we didn't get to recursion. We'll talk about that in data structures, and we didn't talk about any database programming, which is fun stuff, but more contents. Contents we haven't quite got the chance to get to. Okay. All right, all of that searching. Great, we got it. What were we trying to do there? Reflection, set effect. It didn't make a reflection. Let's see. Effects, reflection, image view. Reflection, reflection. It's all image view. I want to find the reflection. Reflection class. Maybe this will tell us more. It should make the reflection. Let's see. Maybe it's just not. The image using reflection class. We find an example. reflection. Ah, so set fraction, opacity, offset. Maybe we have to add it in at a different time? I'm not really sure. Maybe setting it here might not work because it's already been added. That might be it. We probably need to reset this. I wonder if we can trigger that. So that's our anchor pane. Oh, we can't even get to the anchor pane right now. I'm not exactly sure with reflection. We can play with that more later and see. Sadly, that is not working at the moment. I think it's just because it's not a programmatic object, is my guess. Let's see, maybe let's see if we can reflect our rectangle. Let's do that. So let's add a reflection here. Reflection equals new reflection. And then we'll take our rectangle, set effect, given the reflection. See if we can do that. Maybe we'll get a reflected rectangle when we click our button. Oh, there's a reflected rectangle. Okay, so it might just be because you have to set the effect before you add it in, I think. That's just a guess. Or maybe it just doesn't work for images. Let's try it on the left one. That's right. Why not? Because we're setting it on the left. Let's try it. And it may just not work for image views. We set the reflection not on rectangle. We're going to do it on image. No, that's the image view. That's right. So the image view left. Left. That didn't work on the other image view, did it? We did a reflection. Oh, it did. It worked there. So maybe it just didn't work in initialize. That's cool. Set fraction. Let's try setting fraction. Reflection dot set fraction. Oh goodness. Reflection. I can't spell. It's reflection. Oh my goodness. Friends. Don't let friends type without enough coffee. Set fraction. What did you say? 0.7? Okay, let's try that. What does that do for us? I don't know. Does it mean like it only shows 0.7 of it? Like 70% of it's being reflected? Yeah, that's so pretty. Underneath our sliders. I wonder why it didn't reflect the other one. Let's try it. Let's see if we can do it on the right. Image, view, right. Set reflection. Maybe just initialize wasn't the right spot for it. Nope, it just doesn't work. I wonder why. That's interesting. It only works on left. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm puzzled. All right. Any other thoughts, questions, concerns? How's it going with the final project? Playing blackjack? And this is just fun stuff to make it pretty. If you want to do some UI stuff or more graphical things, which of course make applications much more interesting, rather than just plain text. But you know, we're still getting there. This is only you're likely the second semester doing Java, right? You have plenty of time to do more interesting stuff. Oh, set a reflection in scene builder. Nice. Let's do that. Properties. We have a reflection property. I should have thought to look here. Not here. Effect. There we go. Yeah, an effect. Add a reflection. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. Reflection. That's amazing, Mark. More bonus points. More bonus points. Like 50 more bonus points for you, sir. You made our game look pretty. So I guess we don't have to add it in the code here either. That's okay. Oh, it didn't show up on the right one. Why are we screwing it up? We never changed the image view, right? Image view right? Where did we ever touch it? We're setting an effect. Oh, set effect. We're adding a color adjust effect. Then that's taking away the reflection effect. That's what it is. That's what it is. So how do we add an effect then? Java FX set effect multiple. I don't know. Let's just see if we can Google it here. A blend effect is one that puts two inputs together. Oh, so we have to create a blend effect. Right? Blend. Blend. Oh my goodness. Blend. Set mode to blend.add. Setting both shadow effects to the blend. Set. All right. Okay, so we have to make a blend of it. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. I think we could do that then, right? If we want to blend. So what would we have to do here then? We'd have to, because this is setting effect every time. That's unfortunate. And I don't know if we could just get away with changing hue instead of making a new color hue, color adjust every time and applying it. I don't know. We'd have to play with that some more and see, can we just have a single color adjust and just call set here? We could try that. So let's make this here. We'll do that. We'll do this in our initialize here. But then we're going to pop this one out. So we want to refactor and we want to introduce a field. Color adjust as a private field. I like it. This should add a color adjust field. Where did it add it? Why there? Why there? Oh, we put all the variables up here, don't we? Private. Okay. Now let's see if we can do this color adjust thing. Yeah, I just put it back, NetBeans. Get over it. Get over it. Set effect. So we already have set the effect on it. So let's see if we can just set it once here. We'll see if that works. We'll move this stuff around. Time for a helper function called add effect. All right, it seems to be working as we change the effect. We don't need to create a new one, so that's a good sign. Okay, so then we need to add the blend. So blend equals new blend. New blend. What is a blend? Yeah, Java FX scene effect blend. There we go. Blend dot, what was it, set mode. Why does it always want to do that set? Why? Why? Set mode, that one. Blend mode dot add. There we go. Blend dot set bottom input and a top input. I don't know. Let's add the color adjust here. We're gonna add the color adjust. We'll set this to the blend effect there. And then we're gonna take our blend and we'll set a bottom input. Sure, why not? A new reflection. And add a reflection. See if we can add a reflection and the color effect then. We don't need to set the reflection here. That's fine. It's redundant, but that's okay. Already set in scene builder. But here's to do it in code. Why not? Okay, we'll see if that'll work now. If we make that blend happen. No? Not quite. It's thinking about it. It didn't quite. So it added the color mode, color adjust. Set the effect, but now changing color adjust isn't working like it was before. Interesting. Wonder why. Maybe something with that. It's funny. I don't know. I haven't done much with blend before. Maybe set top input? I don't know what those different inputs mean, top and bottom. We'd have to look it up. Set top and bottom? That's why it sticks. I'm with you. It... Huh. Changing the sliders, not moving. I think something's off there because our brightness got all the way down and it didn't totally black it out. So some of that blend effect I think is funny. So maybe blend doesn't actually work for us here then. But that's okay. We'll leave it at this. We'll have some fun. We played around with it, had some cool effects. Could do some more Googling. I don't know why. That's interesting. That's interesting. 2151. Let's commit this code. So this is evening graphics. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here. Oh, I never committed the other earlier stuff. That's why. Okay, so this is all just graphics. Graphics. Cool. Alrighty. Let's commit and push that. Maybe. Come on. Push. Close out scene builder. Close out NetBeans. All right, any other thoughts, questions, concerns? I haven't heard from lots of people crying about the project, saying they're stuck on anything. But please do reach out if you run into something and get stuck. I'm happy to get you unstuck. And like the goal is everyone is successful at this. I want you to have a working game that you can be somewhat proud of. Like to say, hey, look, I built this, and you could run it and play it. Yeah, work on the final. You got an Arduino program. Awesome. Arduinos are good stuff. Those are really fun. Yeah, did some cool things. Color adjust. All right, cool. I think we'll launch Spotify again. Play us out with some music. Let's go find who else is online that we can raid here. Pull that up on the other screen, maybe? I don't know. Don't know if I can on the other screen, but... Oh, for work? Yeah. Cool. You said that was just for like some built-in display sort of things? That sounds like fun. Who is around? A couple people. There's Chess. There is ECS World with Rocketology. Boyd's Custom Fabrication. He's really cool at makers and crafting. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Oh, a slider wall display? Sweet. That's cool. Let's see. Touring news. Talking about politics. Let's check out Boyd's. I think we'll try that. How do I send a raid? I have to go back to my stream manager to do that. We'll head over that way. Have some fun. All right. You folks have a good night. Let me know if you have questions, thoughts, concerns. Again, it's awkward not seeing everybody in person, so I don't really know how everyone's doing because we don't spend a lot of time chatting ever. I miss having an office people can come by and just drop in and see. So, always happy to chat anytime. All right, you guys, we'll see you over there in just a couple minutes. And have fun, keep in touch, and have fun playing blackjack. Take care.